So I reported to you guys, actually on day one of Trump's administration, that he signed a very nefarious executive order vis-a-vis Mexico. And the idea is, I'm going to officially designate the Mexican drug cartels as terrorist organizations. Now, the reason he's doing that is so that Trump can decide unilaterally on his own, I'm going to invade Mexico. I'm going to do drone strikes in Mexico. I'm going to do airstrikes in Mexico. I'm going to send special forces into Mexico. And that executive order will give him the veneer of legal authority to do it. Because if you say they're terrorists, then the next step is, they count under the same authorization for use of military force that was used for the war on terror under the Bush administration. So you see what it is? It's a weaselly, slimy way. It's a loophole and a backdoor way to greenlight war with Mexico without it even having to get through Congress. So I already reported that to you. And they're already making noise like they're going to invoke the Insurrection Act over the southern border, over Tren de Aragua, and over drug cartels and gangs. And that would be another backdoor way to do the Insurrection Act and martial law, to say all protests against Trump are illegal. This is what they're doing. He's trying to consolidate power. That's what he's trying to do. Now, the Republicans in the House are trying to give him further cover. So they're on board with it. Look at this. Exclusive. GOP moves to authorize Trump to wage war on cartels through military force. By the way, let's be clear. A better way of describing that is war with Mexico. It's not just a war on the cartels. It's war with Mexico. And why would they want war with Mexico? Claudia Sheinbaum is the leader of Mexico, part of the Morena party, which was the same as AMLO. She's a leftist, and she has an 85% approval rating, and she's repeatedly stood up to Trump. You think they would actually just target the cartels? I got a fucking bridge to tell you if you think that. No, they want to do regime change there. They want to do fucking regime change there. These are not ragtag bands of low-level lawbreakers, but organized criminal enterprises that profit off death and addiction, said Representative Greg Steube. Congressman Greg Steube is introducing a resolution today to empower the Trump administration to take a sledgehammer to the cartels by authorizing the president to use the full force of the American military against 9 of the largest migrant criminal groups that have been wreaking havoc on American cities. One of the criminal groups included in the resolution is Tren de Aragua, also known as TDA, which is an international gang tied to the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley. By the way, there are literally hundreds of Tren de Aragua members in this country. Hundreds. That's it. That's it. It's not thousands. It's not tens of thousands. The idea that this is like an invasion into this country and we'll declare war over it is preposterous. It's preposterous. So anyway, they go on here. But again, understand what's going on here. This is taking the idea of the war on drugs, which has been just an abject failure, and putting it on steroids and human growth hormone and saying, what if we took this from like a police force issue, which it's not and it shouldn't be, and escalated to a military issue? And what if we did an illegal war with Mexico? Same guy that on the campaign trail would virtue signal half the time and say, I'm anti-war. The people, Liz Cheney just wants to shoot people. Kamala Harris is a warmonger. Same guy. Now he's in there. I'm going to steal Panama. I'm going to steal Greenland. I'm going to steal Gaza. We want war with Mexico. We want war with Iran for Israel. I'm going to brag about bombing Yemen. I'm going to brag about bombing Somalia. The guy has never met a fucking war he didn't love. And this allows him to further consolidate power, money, power, and control. That's what it's all about for Trump, for his robber baron buddies like Elon Musk. And just be prepared, because there's already, I'm fearing April 20th. I'm fearing April 20th, because Trump signed an executive order on day one saying Kristi Noem and Pete Hegseth need to give me a report in 90 days. 90 days would be 420. And you're going to tell me whether or not to invoke the Insurrection Act, whether or not you think there's a war going on where criminal migrants have invaded us, and I get to invoke the Insurrection Act, send the military to our border, do war with Mexico, and ban all protests here at home, saying any protest is illegal. When have you known Donald Trump to say, I know you're offering me more power and you're saying I should take it, but I'm going to pass on that? When have you known that to happen? So holy shit, man. It's all happening. It's all happening right in front of our eyes. And now the Republicans, if anybody thought, maybe the Republicans in the House will stand up to Trump's insane warmongering, knowing it might tank their approval rating, might screw the Republican Party, they're proposing bills in Congress to validate his illegal executive order saying, we love the idea of war with Mexico. They are serious. They are serious. Mexico, if you're listening, Claudia Sheinbaum, if you're listening, I need you guys to take this seriously. I need you guys to beef up your security and your defenses. I need you to form the proper alliances that are necessary, because the United States is now a rogue fascist regime, and nothing is stopping them. Nothing is stopping them. So the world needs to get together in solidarity and stand up to the bully. And if that requires economic pain against the U.S. in order to get us to fall back in line, you got to do what you got to do. And we need to put bodies in the streets. We need to fucking general strike. We need to stand up to the fascists and the robber barons, because we cannot let this go on. It's already so far out of control. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.